Regardless of whether people say it was a Terminator or some shit, I don't know. It was a pretender, and it looked very different, something I've never seen before. Um, so yeah, the movie gets to more of the humans at this point. You don't really see much of the Autobots. Only Bumblebee and Skids. Oh, and my thoughts on Skids and Mudflap, the twins. I think they were funny characters, and people have been complaining about the controversy, how they're acting like gangsters, like complete, like, having a black accent of gangsters and such. You know what? They were funny, and I like that. I like the way they used that accent for them. Mudflap and Skids were funny characters, and they just went well. I mean, the rest of the movie, you see them, Bumblebee, and that's about it. And in the movie, Sam and Michaela, they find Simmons working at a deli store, and they're talking about how the Transformers were on Earth for a very, very long time. And they went to a museum to find the Seekers with the help of Wheelie, who was trying to steal the last shard away from the vault box in Michaela's biker shop. And they couldn't read what Sam was seeing through his eyes because, like I said, he picked up the shard and it just zapped him in his eyes and everything. And they were trying to revive old Decepticon by the name of Jetfire, who I did like too. Jetfire was a good character, very funny. Regardless, if he's a very old bot, he's cranky, he's mean, and he's saying, "Oh, you young whippersnappers, you don't know how it's like to fight like the old days," blah blah blah, that type of thing. Like, Jetfire, he was a pretty interesting character. I mean, he didn't do much, but he did have good screen time talking to Sam and the rest of the human characters. I did like that. So he was able to teleport them to Egypt so they can find the Matrix. Yeah, in the movie, the Matrix, the leadership is in this movie. It was in the trailer. I wasn't sure what the hell that thing was that Sam picked out of the ground in the trailer. I thought it was like a secret weapon to defeat the Fallen, but I don't like to spoil myself that much, so I was kind of surprised it was the Matrix. It wasn't really that big to fit in an Autobot hand. It was more like to fit a human hand, like Sam, like he picked it up. The final sequence battle was awesome. I loved it. It was completely Michael Bay-ish. Because how Michael Bay, he likes to explode everything. That is what you get in the final battle. Lots of explosions. The Decepticons know where Sam is because they need it for information, blah blah, or whatever, to kill the remaining Autobots. Megatron joins the battle scene, and okay, now here's the thing that really, really bothers me. This doesn't really make sense, okay? This is maybe the biggest thing that bothered me in the film, okay? You had the Constructicons on the battlefield, which was Long Haul, Mixmaster, Rampage, and Scrapper. You only got to saw literally about 5-10 seconds of Scrapper. Long Haul a little bit, not too much. But here's the thing that really bothered me. You had the Constructicons on the battlefield, and then you had the Constructicons ready to form Devastator. Scavenger or Demolisher, what? I think I'm just going to call him Scavenger, because, the Constructicons are already battling on one side of the area, while you have the Constructicons forming Devastator. Now that doesn't really make sense. You have the Constructicons there and Devastator here. And Devastator was pretty awesome. He didn't really have that much screen time, but he did the best, and he looked good. I don't think I didn't hear him speak. You do see Megatron saying Devastator attack or something like that, and he's attacking. He had that wind tunnel sucking weapon of his that he sucks anything into his mouth. And Mudflap gets sucked in, hanging on for dear life, and he does go inside his mouth, and I thought he was dead, but Devastator was choking, and then Mudflap punches through his eye and everything, and they're trying to say, they're saying, "Oh, don't mess with the twins," and blah blah blah. That was kind of funny and everything. The Simmons guy, he ordered the local, I don't know, the U.S. Battleships to destroy Devastator. The beam goes right through him. Devastator's dead. Another thing that kind of bothered me in a little way, Devastator's balls, wrecking balls down there. Yeah, that really didn't make sense. I think it was just stupid and wasn't really funny to me. Um, Another thing, oh yeah, another thing that wasn't funny was Sam's mom. She wasn't funny at all. I mean, every time she tried to act stupid, it just made me go like, oh god, wow, this is pretty fucking stupid. Wow, like she's acting all high and stoned. Anyway, yeah, I didn't like her at all. It was just fucking pointless. Bumblebee and Rampage battle was pretty okay. You did hear Rampage say Sam Witwicky. Um, it was pretty interesting. But you know, Rampage gets killed by Bumblebee, and that's what happens. Now for the final battle scene, Optimus versus Megatron: The Fallen, it was really good. Scorponok does make his return, and he does kind of kill Jetfire. He rips through his body parts and almost killing him. But Jetfire kills Scorponok by smashing him, and he also kills Mixmaster too. That's another spoiler right there. And then, you know, he's basically out of it. He's done. He's done. And he rips out his spark cage, and he basically gives his parts to Optimus so he can power up. And then that's when Jolt comes in, and he uses his electronic whips to bring them together. So he starts combining the two guys together, Optimus and Jetfire, so they power up Optimus. But Ratchet does have a line. He says, Jolt, use your energy beam or something, or I think he says energize, I think. Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, power up Optimus, he was really good, cool, fucking unbelievably strong. What he does first is that he says roll out, and, you know, he flies in the air, and the Fallen puts the Matrix inside the Sun Destroyer weapon, and he's ready to make the Earth dark or whatever, take the energy he needs to get the Energon, I think. And then Optimus shoots the Sun Destroyer with one shot, and it blows up. And then he fights Megatron and the Fallen. Now this battle scene was pretty good. It was kind of like 2 minutes tops. I think this battle took like 2 minutes. He rapes Megatron. He basically breaks his elbow, makes him shoot in his face, and then he uses his back thrusters as two humongous cannons to blow Megatron through the wall. And he says Starscream out loud because he wants help from him, like he always does, or whatever. Then he basically rapes the Fallen. He like cuts his mouth. He shoots him, and then he, you know, Fallen rips Optimus's backpack up. I mean, this was a brutal fight. I'm not joking, and you know, it was just unbelievable. Anyway, yeah, he rips off his face, and then he just blasts through his stomach, and that was the end of the Fallen. He's completely dead, and Megatron and Starscream retreats, and that was basically the film. You know, you know what? I think that was one of the greatest battle scenes I've seen. It was really epic. Well, I really, to tell you the truth, I mean, that's basically the movie. I mean, everything about it was good. The CGI was much more crisp, clear than ever before. This movie has been making millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars, and it's gonna be maybe one of the biggest box office hits of all time, maybe. But overall, I like the film, and I really don't think little kids should watch this film. You know, they could get traumatized by the brutality in this. But whatever, I mean, if you want to bring your kids to go see it, go ahead. It's up to you. Overall, this movie kicked ass, and this is my review on Revenge of the Fallen. I give this movie basically a 9.5 out of 10. I don't give it a perfect 10 because there were things in this movie that bothered me. It didn't stay true on certain types of Transformer mythology or whatever. Like, Michael Bay did kind of screw up in this film in a way. But overall, I like the characters. I like Mudflap, Skids, Jetfire, and the new Decepticons. I like Starscream better. He has his G1 attitude. as a coward that we know. So yeah, this has been Dark Renegade 50. I hope you enjoy my review, and till next time.